Okay, so now it's time to make a bag. This is my Mark 1 bag, and after looking on the internet, I've effectively chose to make a bag which is very similar to how you make a cushion. This one's got an error in it, which I'll explain, but I put these two little hooks on each side, and the hammock goes in, and it just flops over. With Mark 2, this top one will be on the top and it will be much deeper, so you don't get this stuffing. And I might make it slightly bigger, but it's very light and it's perfect size for going out. So I'll show you how to make Mark 2 of the hammock bag. So referring to Mark 1 again, it's a really simple design. Effectively, you have one piece of material on the back and you have two pieces of material on the front. The first thing to do is to cut these two pieces and to just sew a seam on the edge, because that's what will be visible, and then they overlap by a certain amount, which the next time will be bigger, and up the top on the edge I put those two hooks which go inside out, because this is inside out at the moment, and then you just do a stitch around the side, around the edge, and there you go. Okay, moving on. Right guys, to make the little straps on the side, all you got to do is cut 2 inches of some scrap material. You fold it once on one side to make a blind seam. You fold it once on the other side to meet in the middle, just like that. And then all you do is you fold it together like that, and then you sew 2 lines of stitching, one down, one on each side. So hopefully you've gone from this bit of material to this, okay? And then you can just chop that in half, bend it over, and there you go. You've got yourself a little loop to cook a carabiner or a So now we should be ready to stitch everything together. You should have a 10 by 10 inch back sheet. You should have your strip of strap material to make some straps. You should have a 5.5 inch by 10 inch with one edge seamed for the top envelope bit, so it will go on like that. And at the bottom you should have an 8.5 inch by 10 inch bit of material, so they should kind of all go so that should go at the bottom like this. Okay, like that. Okay, and then we're ready to stitch. So now I've assembled all of the bits together. Just before sewing, I've pinned it all together, and just so you know, we're sewing this inside out, obviously, and so everything that's on the outside at the moment will be on the inside. So the edge of the seam you want to be on the outside, and so when you flip it over, it will be the inside. And these two, the two little straps will obviously, because everything's inside out, will actually be inside. So when you sew along the edge, just put that in on the edge and do a couple of back and forth stitches over it. Effectively just zip, just sew all the way around the edge and then flip it out and you're done. I'll see you then. Okay, so this is your hammock bag inside out, completely sewn. I've sewn all the way around it. Okay, and then all you need to do is flip it inside out. Just poke out the corners like you would do normally. And all things being good, it should end up looking like this. I mean, this has taken me, not being a sewer very often, this has taken me 2.5 attempts, I'd say. So you should end up with this. Okay, so you got your two straps at the top, and you got your bag. So you'll put the hammock inside, and then you can put your strap or whatever on there. So I'll put a hammock in, and so see what it looks like. This is with the hammock all packed up in the bag, and I weighed it on the scales, and it was 350 grams without the straps and without the carabiners. And So I was just thinking, what else could I do to this hammock to make it awesome? And I was thinking, I've seen online there's a hammock called a hammock, and I've also seen other hammocks. Effectively, where they get their hammock, and in the middle of the hammock they have their little bag, they have their little pouch sewn onto the side of the hammock, so you don't end up with a little light bag that will blow away in the wind. So I thought, how can I do that? So all you got to do is take your bag that you've finished, okay, flip the top inside out, and sew that top seam there to the middle of the hammock, and then it gives you a little pouch for you to put books in or whatever as you're lying in the hammock. Awesome! I'll do that, and you'll see that when I put the hammock up between some trees. So I found the middle of the hammock, and I have pinned it on, and I'll sew it on. Well, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed and found it useful in a small way, making a hammock. This is my second one, my Mark II, and I'm sure if I made it again, it would be better. So please leave any technical improvements down below, and subscribe, and I'm sure I'll make something better next time. Great, thanks again, bye.